So the age verification scam has now devolved into absolute nonsense. They are pointing this and targeting this at absolutely anything that they can to erase the anonymity from the freaking internet, to the point that now even NVIDIA graphics cards, your graphics card, your GPU is now locked behind age verification. You now need to be 18 years older to address settings on your freaking NVIDIA GPU graphics card. If that does not mean absolute insanity, then I don't know what is. It is proven that this is not, something that is just, child safety anymore. It is now addressing things that just completely remove anonymity for no reason at all. Look at this. Breaking. Zoomers cannot adjust their NVIDIA graphics card settings on their gaming PCs anymore because they aren't 18 thanks to the Online Safety Act. This is absolutely insane. Tell me what in the UK can a freaking kid do with a graphics card in their computer that the settings need to be locked behind a freaking age verification. Just to show you some more on this, look, V says dox yourself to justify settings on your GPU, you fucking bigot. Can you anyone confirm this? By the way, I thought they were selling this just for a few people to watch porn. And look at this, it turns out it's real. Of course it's real, because it's too ridiculous not to be real. You can't make this shit up, boys. GP Review says Elon Musk responds to NVIDIA graphics card app needing you to verify your age with ID or face scan. It's very clear Elon Musk thinks these governments are going off the deep end with censorship and data collection. That's because they are. They're pointing this at anything that they can to remove anonymity from the internet. That is their main objective, their real goal. It's no longer child safety. We all knew it from the very beginning. They want to introduce real internet IDs. They want to have tokens for your identity on the internet so that they know where you are going, what you're downloading, what you're buying, either so they can sell the information or suppress ideas that they don't like, Grum says, who the hell convinced the West and Japan that the modern audience exists? I don't know, because I really don't. That's the issue. Anime and gamers and for internet enjoyers together literally represent one of the largest audiences and capital in the market that exists today, and we have zero people to defend our interests. Does this make any sense at all? With anime, Japan and Crunchyroll slowly erode the the niche groups that enjoy their freaking content. They slowly remove them from the audience, from the directed audience, so that for no reason at all. And with games are slowly being banned and censored off the face of the freaking map for no reason at all whenever the audience is there for them. They are making money, and not only that, they're legal, and none of these companies defend you, which makes no sense at all, because if you represent one of the largest markets in the world, you think that they would want to represent your interest as best as possible, but instead they want to try to change your interest into what they want it to be, which is basically they want you to watch Cocomelon forever. Zoomers are so tired of this crap, and Western companies are finally figuring out that they were sold a bill of goods. Who did this? Fuck them all. To further prove this, Good Morning Gamers have a voice. Visa and MasterCard stocks absolutely tanking, boys. I don't know about y'all, but that looks like a bad graph to me. I can tell a good graph, boys. I've been in the market for forever. Up means good, and green means good, and red and down means fucking bad, boys. That's a bad fucking graph right there. They fucked up real hard to be having a graph look like that. Jesus Christ, dude. Man, attack anime and gamers again and see what the fuck happens. It's totally gonna just, make your company great. Yeah, that's a bad graph, boys. The war has just begun, so prepare for a long, tough battle. Yes, keep calling Visa and MasterCard. Keep contacting your public representatives, because we cannot let up on this, boys. This is not something that you want to let happen. When the government gets something passed, when these companies and the government get something passed like this, it never goes away. Once you give up your right to them, it will never go away. Look at car insurance, seatbelts. Okay, these are things that, yes, they protect, but like, dude, if I'm not wearing a seatbelt, that doesn't harm anybody else but me. Yet not only can I get pulled over and get a ticket for it here, if I don't go pay that ticket, I go to jail for simply not wearing a fucking seatbelt. Once you give up one of your rights, you will lose it forever. It will be impossible to get back from the government. Once a government passes a law, it is there and it is there forever, and it will only get worse. So this is something, real IDs and tokens are not something that you want. Okay, you want to be able to keep your anonymity on the internet, and I think we all, at least over here, agree with that completely. The UK wants to force YouTube to promote British public service content on the homepage soon as you open the site. A YouTube spokesperson said they are proud of their relationship with British broadcasters and committed to ensure they thrive in the digital era. Yeah, they just want to be I can't even believe this, boys. It's like Britain wants to be the fucking CCP now. They want to force them to push CCP content. They want to force them to promote, that Chinese propaganda, but now it's going to be the Britain propaganda. Okay, it's the British propaganda. The British royals did not engage with Epstein at all. Okay, you go to YouTube, look how great they are. Look how just the landscape is so beautiful. They're going to be promoting the British content. Absolutely insane. The fact that this is something that actually happens, I mean, I don't doubt it is the issue. That's my main issue. It's propaganda. I don't fucking doubt that propaganda exists, and I see why they do it. I think it's ridiculous that it's even allowed is the issue, because propaganda has been proven to not only force ideas into people's heads, but also to actually be effective, and it's a dangerously effective tool for something that erodes the freedom of thought and expression, and the freedom of ideas, basically. So truly, in a free world, a business should not be permitted to, basically either through being forced to or through the means of profit, promote a country's curated propaganda. That's insane. UK wants to promote government curated propaganda content. I can't wait to see it getting dislike bombed. Oh wait, they removed the dislikes. Yes, they fucking did. Jesus Christ, boys. How's the Online Safety Act going? Even the guys that voted it in are using VPNs and charging it to the public. Yes, they are. The MPs, boys, the MPs out there using them VPNs to make sure we don't know where they're going on the internet. Source, bear in mind, this is commercial VPNs, not some government approved one, which is even worse. Absolutely insane. Yeah, the top comment being, this is classic communism, rules for thee and not for me. It is insane what technology, where we thought we were going to go into the future with the internet, and this being one of them. It's like it's a dark dystopian Puritan totalitarian reign is what it is, and it's not something that's good. But at least in Japan, we have a politician that's actually fighting back on this, at least for Japan. What we need is it here in America, but at least we have public representatives that we can call. Okay, over in UK, I'm sorry to say, but they just threw your petition down on the fucking floor and stepped on it. Okay, that's not something that's good. So the UK being totalitarian is insane, but America at least has public representatives, and so does Japan, with one of them being this guy being a very, very good spokesperson against censorship. He likes to repost Chibi Reviews a lot. Big shout out to Chibi Reviews, man. Y'all should go follow him. He has kept up with all of this. He even got taken a hit on by, he even got a hit taken to his views because it covered the YouTube content, and YouTube don't like it whenever you talk about the censorship. Okay, here he's saying currently similar to the Online Safety Act, which has become a major issue in the UK. There is a movement to introduce stricter age verification such as ID or facial recognition in the EU, Australia, Canada, and yes, even the United States. If these countries implement such measures, it is considered extremely difficult for Japan to avoid them due to convenience of platforms. There is meaning in knowing this now and acting together. This is what is insane, boys. How the fuck can a country like the UK pass an Online Safety Act law that basically should just affect apps and internet inside the UK, and then those apps and those internet services outside the UK try to implement it on places like Japan and the US and Australia? It's proven that they tried to hit United States apps to try to censor them, and even even Trump responded and said, nah, you're not going to do that. But isn't it insane that that's the case? If the UK wants to pass a law like that and be totalitarian, they have no say on what happens within those apps to other countries. And not only that, I think that those apps and the internet and all should be operating underneath the basic human rights that is our Constitution here in the U.S. I don't think a country should be able to break the freedom of expression and the freedom of speech, your basic human right. I don't think that they should be able to take that and still operate inside the U.S. I think that is completely unallowable. They should adhere to our laws as best as possible. All right, boys, what do y'all think about that, boys? Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad, baby. I'm gonna go with plastic. I think it's plastic as fuck, boys. Plastic through and through. They're basically mannequins, boys. They're basically mannequins. All right, boys, if y'all want to stay updated on this and everything to do with it, make sure you subscribe, baby. All right, like, comment, and subscribe. GG's, boys. Peace.